Morning, guys. This is Shogun Chapter for 7. I train traders how to trade in harmony with the market. Today, I want to share with you how you can detect a trend change before the trend actually change. The the subject here, I feel and I totally believe that it is one of the most crucial elements that you aspiring successful trader, or even if you have been consistent, this is the subject you must learn, because we all have strategies, we all have favorite indicators and things like that, and we analyze the market as a technical trader. Sometime the the price will behave irregardless of what what you're thinking or how you feel the market should behave, because the price is the perception of traders, and as we know, we cannot move the market, but the perception of these people will be accompanied by conviction. And that means if they believe the price is going up, it will go up and you'll see a move. But if you are in a downtrend, so I'm going to do make this as short as possible. If you are in an uptrend, so let's use an example of an uptrend. Okay, price is making highs, higher low, highs. This is an uptrend, series of higher highs and higher low. All right. The most important part of this uptrend is the corrections, is the pullback. And I think I've done a video about this when I was talking about the waves. These areas here are the information carrier. And this is where you want to detect if this trend is going to change or not. And I want to explain it to you. So let's say we are going up, price is trending, is making series of higher highs and higher lows. And the rule is, in a trend, it takes a great deal of time and efforts for the trend to change. The time that is required for a trend to change is very relevant to how long the trend has been ongoing. So let's say, for instance, if you are trading a daily chart and the trend has been ongoing for 4 years, 5 years, the trend is not going to change in a month. It's going to take longer because of the strength and the conviction of the underlying strength of the market. The people that are buying for the last 4 years, they're not just going to change their mind in 1 month. It will take a while for the conviction to change again, because there's a lot of money committed to that side of the market. So now let's break down what we mean by a trend changing pattern. So I'm going to use this box, and we're going to so let's assume this is the pullback, one of these pullback, okay, in this uptrend. What you want to see, and no matter what you're using, is the best thing to use is the price, okay? The closes, higher close, lower close, those are more effective when we are reading the price. So what we want to look for during this pullback, we are looking for what I call a momentum low in an uptrend. Okay, so let's say price made a high there, and this is the first pullback, and this pullback is a higher low pullback. That means it did not close below, or it did not go below the last low. Then the price pull back again, then the price made a low. A simple way of doing this, I teach people how to trade, and what I've realized over the years is numbers are so easy to understand. So we tend to count the waves. So we call this first pullback that did not make a low zero. Okay. This I'm showing you this and I'm teaching this because there's nothing for me. I just believe knowledge is not power. It becomes power when it is organized. And I like to give organized knowledge because I know that I'm giving something that someone can actually use. I was taught how to trade as well, and we have to do this way. Okay, so the first low that does not make a lower low is always zero. Just follow me. Then we have a new low below this low. Okay, so you can call this a change of character there. So this is a low. Remember, we are in an uptrend. Then once this price gives us a valid pullback, that means a higher close, series of higher closes, it could be one or two, it doesn't matter. That means it's a valid pullback. Then this low, because it traded below this low, is now one. Okay, nothing has changed. We this is a normal correction. Okay, from here, the buyers can still come in, push the price all the way close to the low of one and move the price. You have to buy here or wait for the correction of this move, then you buy. Okay, that's not what we are talking about. If this is what you see, you have to buy the market because the trend is still intact with one. Okay, so however, if the correction comes down again and traded below one, we now have a break of structure. We label this low 2. And the price move up, or if it moves up, you can still buy. But now you have an information. This 2 becomes an information. This 2 is what we call a momentum low. And when you have a momentum low in an uptrend, that means, I'm going to say the rule here, momentum precedes prices. That means you have a trend changing pattern. However, this is very crucial. This is actually one of the most important things. If this is the first time you saw or this happened in an uptrend, the price will go back and manipulate the high. Then above this high, we want to look for selling opportunity. And there's a subtle things that we can do here because there are 3 types of breaks. So now let's talk about this high. So let's say you have a momentum low in an uptrend, and that is the first momentum low, and price breaks the high. You have to observe, because if they break the high once, what you are looking for is a failure, M pattern. The second leg of this M must not close above the first leg. So we are talking about this type of setup. Then you can start to look for a sell. Aggressive trader will take a shot here, but I always say wait. Don't take this first break. Wait for another failure to make a high. Then here you can take a sell. Here we take a sell. Okay, that is the first type of break. Sometime the market and the conviction of the buyers, let me move this down. Sometimes the conviction of the buyers that are moving this trend up is very strong. And if that is the case, okay, you can still, you are buying from here, or if you've just seen this and you said to yourself, I don't want to buy this, I'm going to wait for the manipulation. Sometimes we have a 3 drive manipulation. That means This is the first break after the trend changing pattern. Then they traded above, oops, they traded above this first break. That confirms that you're going to have the third high above this break. Okay, so you wait for the correction, then you can take this. Now we have 1, 2, 3 above the momentum high, because this is the high that we are referring to here in an uptrend. Then you're now going to wait for a failure. You don't sell the first M pattern, wait for the correction to fail. Then here you can take a shot here. And that means the minimum target is here, the trend changing pattern. But in most cases, price will return back to the starting point of the trend that has failed. So this is the scenario for an uptrend. Okay, so let's break this down. So now let's look at the downtrend. Okay, and I'm going to show you this. This is not theory, this is practical. I'm going to show you this on the chart in a bit. Let's explain the downtrend one. And some people will say price is difficult to understand, price is difficult to read. If you know what you're looking for, is actually one of the easiest thing. That doesn't mean you won't have a losing trade, because the reason we are trading is not to be 100% correct, is to have an edge that gives you a high probability of one thing happening over another. Okay, so this is a downtrend. The same principle applies to a downtrend. The most important area you're selling, the most important thing you want to look for is the correction. You want to see what is going on with the correction. So I'll do this quickly. So let's do the same practice. Okay. Oops. I love using paint, but sometimes it can be. So this is the pullback. We now have in the downtrend is the pullback. Let's assume this pullback is this pullback here. So what you're looking for is this first pullback, a lower high, and it could be a higher high. If it's a higher high, you just label it 1. Okay, but let's use the same scenario, 0. What we are talking about is a trend changing pattern, how you can trade in harmony with the market. 1 and 2. This now confirms that the trend is likely to change. If this is the first time you are seeing this in this trend, or this previous pullback did not give you this type of action, then you know that the trend is going to change, but they will come and manipulate the low. So the same situation, like I explained before, in an uptrend, they will break the low. Okay, and there are 2 types of breaks. Is either they break it with one break like this, give you a W pattern, don't take the first one, wait for the correction of the first one. It's always good to wait for the second failure in a new trend. All right, then you can buy here. The second type of break is 3 drives like this: 1, 2, pull back, 3. And from experience, they can even manipulate this with a pin like that. It will go below it slightly, manipulate it with a pin, and they will go forward. Okay, so this is how to trade a trend changing pattern. So now let's go to the live chart. I'm going to explain this to you. Okay, so what do we have here? Yesterday we had, and I'm going to use, this is the downtrend here. Okay, and we are looking at this. I'm using now, let's hide all these indicators. I want to hide everything so that we can see. I'm using the close and close high, close low. Okay, so this is a pullback. There's no trend changing pattern here. You can see green, 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 green. We made a low again. Then look at this. We had 0, pullback, 1, pullback, 2, pullback, 3. That is a trend changing pattern. 2, you only need 2, but this one gave us 3. So we're not going to buy here. We're waiting for this low to be manipulated. Immediately they came here, just one break. That is your trade. Okay, so the same thing applies. We have an uptrend, price is trending higher. This is a pullback. Look at this. This is just a normal correction. Look at this. 0, 1. Okay, there's no trend changing pattern here. Price made a new high and it went into a consolidation, but we are still looking. You're looking at the lows, you're monitoring it. Okay, we have a low here. This is 1, this is 0, this is 1. There's nothing here. Then price made a high here. Okay, then it made this low below this low. So this is the lower low. We label this 1 because that is a lower low. Then you come here, price traded below it, that is your 2. Now you have a trend changing pattern. So you want to wait for the high to be manipulated. That's the high. Okay, they took the high, price started coming down below the momentum low. You wait for the pullback, like I said, then you take the trade, and this is your trend changing pattern trade. And where will this go to? It will go to the starting point of the trend, or at least it will give you a strong move towards the last pullback low. Okay, so guys, it's very quick and it's a lot of information that I've just given out there. This is how we trade in harmony with the market, or at least this is how I can explain it. We might analyze. I don't attach too much importance to analysis. The most important thing we do as traders is execution. How you buy, sell, close, do all those things, because that is trading itself. And I just want to wish you guys a successful trading. This is a way of life. This is not a hobby. This is not a something you can do consistently on a part-time basis, because there's a lot of psychological uh, changes that needs to take place. And if we are saying, or if you are saying, I want to be consistent, I want to do this to consistently earn profits that I can rely on as a source of income, then you have to look at the price, because price is the leading indicator and the price will give you information. The trend changing pattern is actually the most important aspect of trading. You are knowing, is like you are being told ahead of time what is going to happen. Then what is left for you to do is to wait and be patient. Okay, I wish you a successful trading journey. My name is Shogun Chatu 47. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. On to the next one. God bless.